I am out here today to organize my plants for my seedling sale. I had to put them back in my greenhouse. I'm going to have my seedling sale this weekend, so I need to bring them out and sort them by type. Well, this weekend for me, so probably this past weekend for you guys watching. I figure this will go up on probably Tuesday, and if so, it'll be the weekend that just passed. That's when I'm doing my seedling sale. So I'm going to start pulling those out and sorting them by type. That'll make it easier for me to get my own individual plants for myself. And then also, whenever people ask for specific varieties, we'll be able to make sure that it'll just be easier for us to pick through what we need to pick through. So I guess that's my first order of business, is to go get those seedlings sorted. And hopefully I have time to plant today, but I can't promise that I will, because the rain could come at any time, even though it's mostly sunny right now. I'm just bringing them out here and lining them up this way. Like, for instance, this is all one type. But here's what the greenhouse is looking like right now. These plants are everywhere on my shelves. This is kind of all the plants that are in it now. I will show you the after when I get them all pulled out. And this still smells very, very good. The flowers are starting to drop on this orange tree. And hopefully those little nubs turn into oranges. In my experience, they'll either start to swell and turn into an orange, or they'll dry out and fall off.
Soft winds call through the valley low, golden fields where daffodils grow, dogwood blossoms white as lace, waking dreams in a warm embrace. Oh, the rivers run free and the robins sing, April's promising everything, with petals falling soft and still. I hear your voice in the daffodils. Morning light through the branches high, cotton clouds in a painted sky, barefoot steps on dewy ground, echoes of love that one.
So it's the next day. I would show you the plants we got out there and got sorted, but I can't, because some of those have already been loaded up and taken to people and taken to be sold. So I will show you what is still left out there. And I still have some in my greenhouse, because when we were sorting these out into the yard, I didn't have room for all of them out there to be in a sorted way. Like, if I would have smushed them all together, they would have all fit, but being sorted in rows, I wasn't able to get them all out there. So I have a handful in my greenhouse still. But let me go ahead and show you the few that I still have in my greenhouse and what I've got in my yard, and then we'll do a plant haul. So this is what's left in my yard, and whenever we first were sorting them, they were all the way out to the water hose. Now I had to leave access for the water hose so I could still water. So this whole area was filled, and they all came out to the water hose. And then I had a few lining right here. Now the ones that are in here are for my own garden. So you'll see I still have some there. Those are for my own garden. That was part of the reason we wanted to sort them, is so I could go through and pick mine and made sure that I got at least one of every variety. Because honestly, I did not have them written down. And whenever you're making orders, it's easier to know where all of one type is. So that way when you're picking orders, you can just go down the line and get what you need, as opposed to having to dig through all of them because they're just all smushed together in no particular order. So I got mine picked. I got them put there. The hubby loaded up the car to take some to sell, and I still have a few in my greenhouse that need to be brought out, but at the time they just wouldn't fit out here. But they're all replicas, like they're all just extras of ones that were already out here, if that makes sense. Just the extras of that type. So I still need to get those out, but I'll show you what's left in there. Alright. Basically, probably have to bend down here. Basically, it's just everything in a pot that's left in the floor. That is so hard to see. Let's see if I can push it. I don't know if that's picking up, but that's what we've got left in the greenhouse. Not those flats back there in the corner. Those aren't for the seedling sale, just everything in these pots like that. And then I have another handful right here. Not the stuff over there, just this stuff here. There's always a chance that not everything's going to sell, and if they don't sell, what I usually do is I will offer them to my little neighborhood. I don't offer them to the public, but I do offer them to the people living in my holler. I'll let them come and pick through them for free after I've sold what I'm going to sell. And then anything that they don't take, I'll either try to put in my garden, which this year I've decided I'm not going to try to shove every single little thing in my garden. So what I'll probably do is, this year at least, for anything that doesn't sell, they'll probably just go in my compost bin. Alright, speaking of my compost bin, let me show you real quick that we got it back in place. We have this compost bin here that, as you saw in another video, we dug all the compost out. The reason is it was too far under our house and it wasn't getting benefit of the rain. And I'd forget to water it, so it wasn't getting enough water to break down as nicely and as quickly as it would if it were getting sufficient water. So we moved it forward about, I don't know, I'd say a foot. And now when it rains, we can just take the lid off, let the rain water it, and then put the lid back on afterwards. The reason it is off right now is because we are expecting more rain today. It's been raining for the last probably 3 or 4 days at least. So we are expecting more rain today, so I'll leave that lid off. And also we've pulled a couple of weeds since then, so we were out here working. But I just wanted to show you that we got that put back in place and where it belongs, because in another video I had taken it out, but I didn't put it back in at that point. Alright, now that I've got you caught up on that, I want to go over and do a little bit of a plant haul. We went to a couple of greenhouses yesterday. I just got a few things, so let's go look at those. I'm going to include a couple of plants I got from Walmart the last time I was there, even though I didn't go there yesterday. It was probably about a week ago now that I was there, and I haven't planted them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and throw them in this haul, and that's where I'm going to start. So the first thing I got was this clematis. It is a red one. Let's see if it's got a name. It just said perennial red clematis. I got it to go at the top where I had a clematis die out last year in our drought. So I just got this one to replace it. It's not the same type. It was on clearance sale for $5, so I picked it up. The second thing I got was this rose called Moonlight in Paris. I'm hoping you can see that. I know it's kind of bright. We went to Lowe's yesterday to get a piece for a bathroom repair we're working on. So I happened to take a look through their plant section. Sorry, there's a bee there, and I'm trying to make sure it's not a yellow jacket. I think it's just a bee. I haven't seen any yellow jackets this year, but I get super nervous. I think it's just a bee. Oh God, I think it's just a honeybee, so I'm going to continue. There's a hummingbird in my greenhouse. It was just buzzing behind my head. I don't know if my camera picked it up, but it was in my greenhouse as well. Anyways, let me get on to this haul. All these plants that I got from Lowe's are perennial in my area, and they were $2 each. The original price was $4.98 on most of these, and I paid $2 each because they were on clearance. And the first plant that I got, there was only one of these, but it is a hunky-dory blue delphinium. And it says it is not hardy in zone 1s through 3. It doesn't really have a hardiness zone range. It just says non-hardy in zones 1 through 3. There were several of these dianthus, and I got 6 of them. I got 2 of each variety. And instead of showing you every plant, I'm just going to show you 1 of each variety. And just know that I got 2 of each individual variety. So the first one is this Mountain Frost Ruby Glitter, and it's a perennial. It's non-hardy in zones 1 through 4. I wonder when they started changing the way they wrote that, because I haven't noticed that before. Maybe it's been like that and I'm just now noticing it or taking it in. But yeah, it says non-hardy in zones 1 through 4. The next type I got is the Mountain Frost Garnet Red. And it says same thing, non-hardy in zones 1 through 4. It's got some fading blooms. I don't think that the other one does. They're all... Oh, here's the other one. This is the Mountain Frost Ruby Glitter. There's a very faded on its way out bloom, but you can kind of see the color. That was the first one that I did. And here's the second one. Like I said, it is the Mountain Frost Garnet Red. That's the color. And the last dianthus I got is the Mountain Frost Pink Twinkle Dianthus. And it is non-hardy in zones 1 through 4. But there's the color of that. So these will all be perennial for me, or at least they should be. Unless they've got the zone marked wrong. But that's all I got from Lowe's. So after we went from Lowe's, we went to 2 different local nurseries yesterday. And when I go to a big box store, I usually only buy their clearance plants. Every once in a while, there's just something so cool I can't pass it up. In recent history, the only thing I can really think of that I can plant that fits that criteria would be my variegated hydrangea that I have over there. That was just so awesome, I couldn't let it go. And I haven't seen one there since. Not to say that they won't get one, but I haven't seen one there since. Anyway, so I bought that at full price, and it was a gift. But other than that, I have a hard time paying full price at big box stores. I always look at their clearance section. And if there's something I really want, I always just have the mindset of if it's meant for me to have, it'll go on clearance. Alright, now when it comes to the nurseries, I feel a little bit differently. I am willing to pay full price for their plants. I do not look for clearance plants or sales. Sometimes if I know a place is having a clearance sale, I will go shop there. But this time of year they're not. They're just getting started. And I don't mind paying full price at one of these nurseries as opposed to a big box store.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Look at the blue guy. Are you a happy puppy? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that tail. Oh. Luke, you better go. He's coming. Alright, so where was I before I got distracted by my puppy? Well, one of my puppies. Oh yeah, I was at 2 different nurseries. The first one is called TJ's Greenhouse. I think that's right. If it's not, I'll put it up here on the screen, but I think that's right. And I got a big Bertha pepper, just a regular green pepper. I did not grow any just regular bell peppers this year, so I got a 3-pack of those. I got 3 of these verbenas. This first one is called Obsession Twister Red. It's just a 3-pack. Next, I got the Obsession Blue with Eye. Obsession Blue with Eye. That's what it says. Verbena. I'm hoping you can at least see the colors of those. It's a purple and white. It's got little buds, but nothing's open yet. And then the third verbena I got is called Silver Quartz. It looks like it's a white with a little bit of a pink or a lilac, lavender cast to it. Not really sure, but I got a 3-pack of those as well. The next thing I got there was this Golden Lemon Thyme, and it's variegated. And I do already have one of these planted, but I couldn't honestly remember if it was lemon, and I hadn't picked any this year to smell it. So I got this just in case because they only had 2 left, but I came home and picked some of that thyme over there that's variegated. And sure enough, it is lemon, but that's fine because it smells really good, and I think it's just a really pretty plant. And it is a ground cover, and it grows low, so I'm trying to work towards getting all my flower beds so stuffed with things that I don't have to worry about so many weeds, because the weeds are under control. And I might not ever get there, but we're going to keep working on it. The next thing I got is this upright rosemary, and I just don't have any rosemary. And it says it's hardy in zone 7 to 10. There's a chance that this may winter over for me. There's a chance it won't. I know we have some plants that are rated for a zone 7 that come back for us every year, and then some plants that are rated for a zone 7 that just won't come back. So it may or may not overwinter. I'm going to treat it as an annual, and if it happens to come back, then awesome. Okay, the next thing I got from there was this hot and spicy oregano. There's not really any information about it, no hardies. Oh, it does say plant in full sun. That's it. It tells you the spread and the height, but it does not tell you like any information about it. But it says hot and spicy, and I know for sure I don't have any. I've just got, you know, the normal oregano you get when you buy oregano. I don't have this one. I also got a purple sage, and it says it's perennial, but it does not say to what zone. But I hope you can see that. It's got like the purple stems. It smells like sage. Then the last thing I got was some sun gold tomatoes. I did not have sun gold seeds this last year whenever I was starting my tomatoes. And this is one that we usually grow every single year. Instead of, you know, trying to get those in last minute, I decided I would just buy them this year, and then this fall or winter, whenever I'm ordering seeds for next season, I will go ahead and pick up another package of sun gold seeds. Alright, that was the last one from that TJ's greenhouse. Okay, the next one we went to is called Plant the Seed, and I only got a couple of things from there, but I still want to show you. So I always buy these cucumbers from there, and they're a white cucumber. I always go to this greenhouse every year to get them, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one has 2 in every cell now. Granted, the one in that cell is just now starting to pop through right there. See, oh, that one may not survive. So there's at least 7 of them in here. All of these have at least 2 cells. I'm going to water that really well where it just popped off. But it doesn't even look like it's rooted in there, so I don't know if that's going to survive. So I have between 7 and 8 plants in this, and we get these every year. They're called the Martini. They are good small, they're good medium, they're good large. They're one of the ones that don't get bitter as they get bigger, to a certain extent, you know. Once it starts to get too mature, of course, you don't want to eat it. But these stay sweet. What else? Oh, it also says that they're heat resistant. So a heat resistant variety. But I need to take these in and get these watered, so hopefully that other one will come up. If not, it's fine. I would be happy with 4. Anyways, there's the cucumber. And then I got 2 of these. They are the euphorbia. This one's called Blush. And it is an annual. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of information on it. Small flowers that cover the plant all season. 6 or more hours of sun each day. Spacing 10 to 12 inches. Height 8 to 12 inches. Bloom spring through fall. Anyways, this is a euphorbia and it's called Blush. And this euphorbia is called Blush too. Though they do look different. This one has more of a white flower and the leaves are speckled. Can you see that? I don't know if this is going to pick up, but they're these leaves with burgundy little speckles on it. And then they have this, yeah, okay, right there it says 4-inch premium annual. So on the code it does. So it is an annual. This one has a pinkish flower with these more burgundy leaves. Now they did also have one with green leaves and white flowers. And this one's somewhere in between because this does have like, this one has like pale pink, almost white, but it does have a pale pink tinge with the speckles on the leaves. I'm hoping that one of these leaves will pick up. And this one is the burgundy leaves with the more pink flowers. And then they had the green with just the green plant with the white. And that one was named something else completely different. But these 2 are both supposed to be the Blush variety. So I grabbed those. Those were the last 2 plants I got in my plant haul yesterday. I kind of just wanted to show them to you. If I knew that I was going to be planting them out all on the same day, I would have just done my haul on that day before I planted them. But since I don't know if these will all be planted at the same time or sporadically or just, you know, some of them might sit in their containers for a while. So I wanted to get the haul in here of all the plants. And then, of course, I will show you again when I go to plant them what I'm planting. I think that's where I'm going to leave off this video because I feel like that's a good stopping point. Because I'm not really going to be hardcore working with my seedling sale tomatoes anymore beyond this point. I will bring the rest of those out. And then what doesn't sell will be given away or be composted. I'm not really done with that for the season, but in my brain and project-wise, I'm moving on to the next thing. And so I feel like this is a good place to stop the video. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you on the next one. Thank you guys so much. Bye.